So let us study about civil service. Lord Cornwallis started the civil service to effectively administer the company's territory in India. The company's territory means the Britishers' territory. Okay. He introduced strict regulations for the officials, raised their salaries, and linked promotion to seniority. So whosoever was in this civil services, they were actually quite important in the administration, and they were introduced by Lord Cornwallis only. So there were strict regulations for the officers. Okay, so all those officers who were in civil service, they were regulated at every level. Also, quite often their salaries were increased and they were promoted to senior level. Many bright young men were attracted to it. Okay, as this job was very prestigious and इसमें salary बहुत ज़्यादा थी, so many young men were attracted to join this. To train young civil servants, Lord Wellesley set up the Fort William College at Calcutta in 1801. The East India College in England was another institution which trained the young recruits. Okay, so basically the civil services were started by Lord Cornwallis, and what did Lord Wellesley do? He actually set up Fort William College where in Calcutta in 1801, so that even Indian young people can be trained there. Also till 1853 the civil servants were nominated by the director of the company. Okay, till 1853 all those young men who were in civil servants, they were nominated by the directors of the company. Company means the Britishers, that is the East India Company. After 1853 civil servants began to be selected through a competitive examination which even take place. Okay, so after 1853 a competitive exam was there. So if you get selected in that exam, so then you can be part of the civil servants. It was difficult for Indians to get selected. This was because the examination was held in London and very few Indians could afford the cost of travel. So it was really difficult for Indians to get in the civil servant job even when examination was introduced. So why? Because exam was conducted in London, so it was expensive to go from India to London. The travel expense was very high. Secondly, the medium of expression was English, which was foreign language for an Indian. So all the teaching in London was done in the English medium, and Indians did not know English, and this was a foreign language for them. Okay, so only a very few Indians could go. The maximum age for competing was also very low, and in order to sit in that exam, so the maximum age was also very low. So that is why most of the educated Indians could not go on, and there were very limited Indians. Okay, so let us study about the army. So why did Britishers actually needed army? So they needed army to conquer more territories. That means ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा territories को वो अपने अंडर ले पाए, Indian territories and South Asian territories को. So उनके लिए वो war करते थे. So that is why they needed army. Protect British territories from their rivals. Now whatever territory was under Britishers, उसको protection देने के लिए. Protect the trading interest of company. Suppress internal revolts against the Britishers. If there is any, if people are not liking Britishers, who are under Britishers, so if they are trying to bring in some revolt or show any anger towards them, so usko control करने के लिए भी Britishers needed army. So ultimately, to have a strong rule in India, Britishers needed a strong army. The army comprised Indian soldiers who were called sepoys. So Britishers army में जो Indian soldiers होते थे, they were called as sepoys. It is the anglicized version of the Hindi word sipahi. So in Hindi we used to call them sipahi, and since Englishmen they have accent, so when they used to call sipahi, it used to be sepoys. A large number of them were originally farmers. They were keen to join the company's army as it was a very prestigious occupation. So mostly the Indian sepoys who were in the Britishers army, they were actually farmers, and they used to go and join the company's army with a very prestige, okay, with a very pride. उन्हें बहुत अच्छा लगता था, गर्व महसूस होता था, and they used to consider it a prestigious occupation. Most sepoys were recruited from areas present included in the Uttar Pradesh, Bihar and Jharkhand. So if we will see the present states, like ना अभी की टाइम के जो प्रेजेंट स्टेट्स हैं इंडिया में, दैट इज़ द उत्तर प्रदेश, बिहार एंड झारखंड. सो मोस्टली द ब्रिटिश sepoys, we can say, were selected from these areas. British officers commanded these sepoys. So sepoys किसकी बात सुनते थे? British officers की. The British army was well trained and disciplined force. Okay, British army was well trained and a very disciplined force. The sepoys were armed with muskets. So what are muskets? Muskets are basically very long guns, okay, which used to be kept at the shoulders, and they were lightweight. They were also paid a regular salary. So British army was paid a regular salary. Generally speaking, the sepoys were loyal to the British masters. However, they were very conscious of their caste and religion. Now all the sepoys who were in the British army, they were very loyal towards the Britishers, okay, but they were very strict about their caste and their religion. So Britishers found this out in 1857. When did Britishers got to know that Indian sepoys are very conscious of their caste and religion? In 1857, when actually the Indian sepoys had a fight with the Britishers. So this we will read in lesson 6. So this was all about Britishers army. Why did they wanted it? Who had joined the Britishers army from India? And why did they consider this as a very important job? And they used to be given regular salaries.